Hello everyone and welcome back to the 12 Cylon challenge. If you are here to see a demo of the robot, then I'm afraid I have to disappoint you because nothing is working. If, however, you would like to hear me talk about bugs and complain about things, then boy do I have an episode for you. So the first item that isn't working this week is the Arduino. As you will recall, it also was not working last week. I like to be consistent. As it turns out, it may not be completely burned out when I connect it to the computer. It is detected. So that means it is probably working in some regard. My friend Khalid knows a lot more about these things and he's been helping me try to figure it out. None of our solutions have worked so far, but I think we'll get there eventually. In the meantime, I've ordered 2 new Arduinos. They're taking a little longer to get here than expected, so I tried to check the website to see where they are, but the tracking feature only works if you're using Internet Explorer 8. Truly, the cutting edge in browser technology. The next item that doesn't work today is the Raspberry Pi. And the main reason for this is because it's basically a $35 open source computer. I'm pretty sure it's maintained, the software that it runs is maintained by volunteers, and it's, of course it's going to be a little bit buggy. It's a fantastic tool for the hacker community. It makes a lot of applications possible that may not have been possible before because they would have been too expensive. It's a fantastic tool, but it's a little bit messy. So before I tell you why it's not working, let me tell you how it's supposed to work. So this is basically a computer, right? So you can connect to it anything that you would connect to a normal computer. In this case, we connect a Wi-Fi dongle, and that gives us access to the Wi-Fi network. And this then becomes a server. And on this server, we host a web page that is only viewable by devices on the Wi-Fi network. And what is on this web page is a stream of what this camera is seeing, right? And then we access that web page from the phone, and we can see it through the virtual reality goggles. The problem is what's happening is that when I run the server, it breaks the Wi-Fi, it breaks the connection. And the explanation that I've seen on the forums is that there's too much information going through it and it's a weak connection, so it shuts off. But the same problem is happening with an Ethernet connection, so I'm probably going to fiddle around a little bit with what the camera streams exactly, maybe just single images, see if that changes anything, but we'll figure it out. The last component that doesn't work today is the servos, and the reason for that is because they basically need the Arduinos, and until that gets here, my hands are tied. But I still wanted to give you an idea of how these fit into the bigger picture. So the robot is meant to be a representation of you in any location, and so it should move its head the same way that you do. Now you can move your head on 3 axes. You can move it like this, you can move it like this, and you can move it like this. And that last one is completely unnecessary unless I want to make the robot look like it's confused. So we're only going to be using 2 servos for the 2 axes. So I borrowed these 2 servos from a robotics kit that I bought about 2 years ago. And what's nice about them is they have these little 3D printed thingamabobs on them that let them interlock with one another. So I'm going to lock them in together, and then Matt is going to come over here and help me demonstrate to you what this will look like on the robot. So I have attached Matt to the 2 servos here, and we can pretend that he is the robot's camera, right? So if we wanted to look around, it will move like so. And then if we wanted to look up and down, it will look like so. And that's essentially how the robot is going to function. And thank you to Matt for helping us demonstrate this. Most humiliating experience of my life. So that's all I have for you this week. Hopefully next week we'll have some more hands-on things for you to take a look at. But until then, stay tuned and thanks for watching.